Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Whew, as you can see, I bundled myself up because it's a little chilly this morning, but I am embracing this fall weather. It is so nice. So here I am with my cup of coffee and I'm ready to break down the episodes for today. So let's get started. When it comes to estate planning, should you just do it yourself? Scott Trout and Kevin Mason answer this question and more on Estate Planning 101. Let's take a look.
Yeah, we could do anything. We could change our electrical panel, we can change our oil, but a lot of things can go wrong and you probably don't do everything you need to. And it is, you get what you pay for, and you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt as to what you're paying for. So DIY, is it a good idea? Does it depend?
With just a quick Google search, you can attempt to DIY almost anything nowadays, but maybe that's not the best option when it comes to things as complicated as setting up an estate plan. Kevin Mason even acknowledged how attorneys at his law firm who do this for a living will still ask another attorney to help them with their estate planning. That really shows you how sophisticated and nuanced this process is. Scott and Kevin break it all down for you on today's episode, so be sure to tune in. Today on The Business of, Hillary interviews my sister, Jenny Martin, about growing her psychology practice. Let's take a look.
Join me and learn more about the business of. So welcome back to The Business of, and this week we are doing the business of therapy with Jenny Martin from Gemstone Wellness. So Jenny, can you tell us a little bit about how you started your practice? Did you go to school? I assume, since you're a licensed therapist.
Yep, it's a doctorate program, so it's 7 years after undergrad.
Wow.
And you take boards, you take many steps along the way, and then once you're a licensed psychologist, you are free to practice independently.
As Jenny's sister, I can attest that this is an incredibly inspiring story. So much of that has to do with the fact that she has successfully grown her own practice while maintaining the fundamental values that have always been rooted in her approach towards psychology. Building an empathetic, inclusive, and non-judgmental space was essential when looking for potential therapists to join her practice. And she did just that. I promise this is an episode you will not want to miss, so tune in today on your ROI TV app, Roku, or Apple TV. Today on Investment Spotlight, Jay talks about cybersecurity. Here's a quick look at today's episode.
On this installment of the Investment Spotlight series on the Resilient Advisor Show, Chris Versace and I had the opportunity to interview Chris Olson of the Media Trust.
Cybersecurity is really in the forefront of everybody's lobe, whether you're a business owner or an investor. But what Olson had to say...
This episode is kind of freaky. Jay goes in depth about digital vulnerability and why it is important for companies to get cybersecurity. It seems like every week on the news you hear about companies being hacked or held for digital ransom. So this topic is incredibly relevant right now. If you are an investor, business owner, or really any digitally active human being, you won't want to miss this episode. All right, that's all I have for you today on Coffee with Kristen. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow on, Thursday, for another episode of Coffee with Kristen. Bye.